The world loves the story of the prodigy, the child who soars above their peers, whose brilliance promises a spectacular future. For my family, that story was terrifyingly real. My child, the young academic, was exceptionally gifted, the best in her class. 2 years younger than many, she was sweet, warm, and guileless, possessing a genuine heart on her hand. But underneath all that academic success, something was fragile. And when it broke, it didn't just crack. It exploded. It happened in an instant. One moment, she was my sweet, happy daughter. The next, she was a stranger, trapped in a sudden, ferocious mental health crisis. It was like a bomb had gone off in her mind. Later on, neuropsychological evaluations gave us a name for it. They confirmed she was exceptionally gifted, with incredibly fast processing skills. But her social and emotional development was lagging far behind. Her greatest strength, that intense, intelligent, curious mind, had become her greatest weakness. You see, these gifted minds are drawn to complexity. For my daughter, that attraction led her down some of the darkest rabbit holes on the internet. Her sharp intellect became a tool for deception. She used her lightning-fast mind to research complex psychological conditions, learning how to perfectly imitate someone who was dissociative or someone who was autistic. She became a chameleon, presenting herself differently to different people, completely baffling the experts we turned to for help. Her diagnoses were fragmented, confusing, and contradictory. But this collapse wasn't random. It was triggered by a calculated, vicious attack from the outside. My daughter, with her social naivete, was targeted by sophisticated bullying, born out of extreme jealousy. The main catalyst was a peer, a supposed friend, who systematically manipulated her. This friend created a playbook to isolate my daughter. The messages were relentless. Don't trust your mother. She's horrible. Don't trust your therapist. She's being manipulated by your mother. And then, the final, devastating hook. Now you only have me, and I will save you. Cut off from her family, her support system, and fueled by her neurodivergent curiosity, she dove into online content that validated this new, twisted narrative of me as the monster. She started to build the fabricated, tormented identity, plunging into a psychotic-like state with two distinct, warring personalities. When we tried to get help, we hit a wall, a devastating wall. The system simply wasn't equipped to handle this kind of complexity. We were given misguided advice, told to give her full, unrestricted internet access because, they claimed, she could not handle limits. Our intuition screamed that this was wrong. But we were pressured to ignore it. The prejudice was palpable, especially in our area, where the blame was always placed squarely on the parents, particularly the mothers. At one hospital, I was aggressively humiliated by a social worker. She refused to even speak to our previous therapists and just decided I was a monster. This didn't just traumatize me. It validated the false identity my daughter was clinging to. At an intensive outpatient program, the professionals were so sure of themselves. They dismissed my warnings about self-harm and a developing eating disorder. They were completely manipulated by my daughter's intelligent lies. For an entire year, under their watch, she secretly continued to harm herself. It felt like we were trying to diagnose a hacked supercomputer, while the technicians blamed us, the builders, for the virus, all while ignoring the system's own blaring alerts. Through all this pain, one truth became crystal clear. We had to ignore the noise. We had to trust our own compass. The family protection scenario, the primary objective shifted from fixing my child to how to protect myself so I can protect the family. Protect the family so I can protect the young academic. This required a unified parental front. The digital filter. My deepest regret was not intervening sooner in her digital life. The hard-won lesson: when a struggling child has total access with strangers. You absolutely must watch. The idea that she could not handle limits was completely false. She actually needs limits, and restoring them was essential for her recovery. The power of the no trauma talk zone. The crisis had consumed our entire family life, even traumatizing her younger sibling. To heal, we needed a boundary, a time and space where the constant dissection of the trauma was forbidden. This allowed us to shift focus to repair, to small doses of genuine connection, and to the future. When the young academic expressed regret, saying she couldn't go back, my response became the foundation of our recovery. Yes, we can repair everything. We can rebuild everything. The path to healing for the gifted. Neurodivergent child begins when I recognize the immense power of my intuition. We can nurture the brilliant, complex, and beautiful mind that lies beneath. If this story resonates with you, or if you're navigating a similar journey, please know you are not alone. There's hope, and there's a way forward. Thanks for listening. Please share this video if you think it could help someone else.